Somebody check that. So what?
We're good.
Okay.
Give us just a second, brothers. We're still setting up.
Yeah, setting everything up.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, as always, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachah, Kodash.
Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to you, sincere, hopeful, elect Akim, pushing the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in spirit and in truth. Coming back with another, lesson. And through the spirit, we just watched a little bit of a Brighteon broadcast news segment called "They Weaponize the Air and Are Crop Dusting the Entire U.S. Population." Which the last couple of weeks, brothers have, really been talking about chemtrails. Me and this brother in particular, me and the brother Tawab, having really going in on chemtrails and just noticing chemtrails here and there. Throughout the day, it'll be a clear, sunny day, and there's a bunch of damn chemtrails all in the sky. All right, which we know that's a means of depopulation, corrupting vegetation, trying to block out the sun, so on and so forth, a bunch of other things. So what we did was, I had looked up some of the metals that was talked about in the segment we watched. So we'll edify on that, but the point being, they're destroying the earth, the air that we need to actually inhale in order to survive. They're dumping that. They're dumping a bunch of neurotoxins, which cause your body to go haywire, your cells to go haywire, and that's a form of global, depopulation. So we need Yahweh Shai to return to destroy this society, man. Because if not, we're gonna get the scripture, Matthew 24 and 22.
Can I bring this out at some point?
Oh yeah.
It's just an overview of the Florida thing.
Okay. Cool.
All right, this is Matthew 24 and 22.
So real quick. Another thing too, just to give you a little backstory. In the segment, pretty much what happened was the brother Tawab was gonna get a article where they go into how in Florida you're not supposed to spray the air with chemtrails. All right. But what happened was some woman in Florida took samples because they got this mysterious fog that's sweeping across Florida, the eastern coast of Florida, and the chemicals from that fog landed on this woman's garden, a little tarp that she had over her garden, So she sent that in to get tested, and based upon those tests, you know, a whole slew of heavy metals was found, you know, in that sample, which means that all those heavy metals is you're either breathing it or eating it, you know, or drinking it. You know what I'm saying?
Then they found like some foreign organic life.
Yeah.
So like, what the fuck is that shit doing? If you're breathing that shit, is that shit growing in your lungs too?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sprouts.
Yeah,
It
it's
says
like,
blue
yeah.
sprouts,
Yeah.
green sprouts,
Yeah.
sack eggs, and you know all types of heavy metals and chemicals that's in the air that what we breathe on a daily basis.
Right. So you know, people was getting bombarded with the same thing with people that took the jump shot. They had shits that started growing in them. You know, so this Esau pumping the sky with chemtrails. It's nothing more than, okay, you don't want to take the jump shot, well, we're gonna hit you from the air. You know what I'm saying? You got to breathe. So when you go outside, you know, you're exposed to these things. And like the brother said, there's all kind of inorganic things growing. You know what I'm saying? Mold and sprouts of this and that, and you know, these things is will affect your neurological system. You know?
This is Matthew 24 and 22 says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Yeah, you can bring that up.
Yeah, man. He's so diabolical that, you know, if the Lord wasn't to speed the time up, that Esau would successfully destroy this whole earth and everybody on it, even himself, man. Yeah. Okay, he's affected by these chemtrails he's spraying as well. You know, he's affected by this GMO food too. And then don't forget that these niggas is putting the vaccine in the food now. Like they're growing the food with that shit in it now. So it's like, man, there's no way around this nigga, man. It's like it's hard to live with Esau in power, man.
Yeah. It's not conducive to life.
Mm-hmm.
Him and rulership.
Nigga's diabolical, man.
Yes, he is.
The harbinger of death, and not only that, they got the Georgia Godstones that's been broken down, right? But on that was what saved the humanity to
500,000.
500 million.
500,000.
Perpetual balance with nature.
Yeah. So bringing the population down to 500 million.
When is that 8 points? When is that 8 plus billion?
It's damn near 9 billion.
Yeah. So they want to kill off over 90% of the world's population.
Yeah. And like Bill Gates said, he said through effective vaccinations and proper
contraception.
Yeah.
Bring that down to about. Hey man, these motherfuckers got a plan. That whole eugenics thing is about.
That's what eugenics is.
Yeah.
And eugenics was mainly, it wasn't really, eugenics wasn't for anybody but Israelites, man. That was the whole goal for eugenics, was to put that on us. Yeah. You know, to keep us from producing.
Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one evil bitch that made that up.
Margaret Sanger. Sanger.
Jake was like human weeds that need to be exterminated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sanger bitch. And that's fucking Bill Gates. He comes from that same line. Yeah. That's his great grandma or some shit like that.
I got a precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So Esau is that he's that horse, that red horse, man, the rider of the red horse. And it said it was given unto him to take peace from the earth. And that's exactly what it is that he's doing by putting shit in the air that don't belong there, putting shit in the food or in the water that don't belong there, all for the purpose of disrupting people's lives and or killing them. You know, that's this devil, man. That's who we are in a spiritual war against. You know.
Yeah. Hey, just real quick, it says the motto of the Georgia Godstones. This is from Deep Sea. It says the motto of the Georgia Godstones was inscribed on the capstone in 4 ancient languages: Babylonian cuneiform, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphics. And those is all like ancient languages. You know, it read, "Let these be guidestones to an age of reason." It says, this
What,
phrase-
AI?
No.
Yeah, the age of AI. I'm just talking shit.
Oh, I thought you referred to the
No, to an age of reasoning. Yeah, AI is gonna reason for you.
Pretty much realistically, it's guidestones. You know,
the New Order.
for when Esau, when you got all your pieces to the puzzle together,
Mm-hmm.
this will help you put that motherfucker together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
It says this phrase encapsulated the monument's purpose to serve a philosophical and practical guide for humanity, emphasizing rationality, sustainability, and harmony with nature, which ain't none of that going on.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
With like the brother said, with the AI and you know all the technological advancements that Esau has, you know, entered into, there ain't no harmony with nature. You know, the damn bees is dying off. How's that? You know what I'm saying? Harmony with nature, but we ain't got no more bees.
He has to destroy nature to create his technology.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you got to take out the official to replace it with artificial.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It says the Guidestone's 10 principles inscribed in 8 modern languages expanded on this vision, covering themes like population control, global unity, and environmental stewardship. The model and the guidelines sparked controversy, with criticism interpreting them as promoting a new world order or even satanic ideology, while supporters saw them as a call for enlightened governance. The monument was destroyed in 2022 after an explosion, but its message remains a subject of debate.
Yeah, I thought that shit got destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly got hit by lightning or something.
Some shit, yeah.
So they say.
So they say. No, it was just too much evidence against them niggas, man. They have to get rid of that.
Yeah. All right, but that was a little bit on the Georgia Guidestones. Real quick, somebody grab Ephesians 2 and 2, and then we'll you stay where you at, so you can read that article. So just real quick.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 2. It says, "Wherein in times past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince and the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience."
Right. So the prince of the power of the air, you know, that's Satan, Shaitan. All right, but his physical counterpart, all right, that utilizes pretty much you know, the sky to do Satan's bidding is the so-called white man.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Esau uses the air. He transmits his electromagnetic frequencies, his 5G and 6G and all that, microwaving everybody. That's by way of the air. You know what I'm saying? With the chemtrails, you know, polluting people's lungs, polluting the air we gotta breathe. He's doing that by way of the air, man. So a part of Esau's blessing, along with him being blessed with the sword, a part of his blessing also is you know his daddy Satan, you know, having governance over the air right now. You know, Esau's tapped in with using those frequencies that's in the air to pretty much just have his way. You know. So go ahead with that article.
Yep.
And read off where it's from.
Okay. Yep. So this is from Yahoo, but it's from the Tallahassee Democrat. Chemtrails could.
Can you send that out too?
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee. popped up. Chemtrails seeding would be banned. Cloud seeding, Slovakia, would be banned under bill passed by Florida's Senate. Anna Goni Lasan from the U.S. Today Network, Florida, on April 3rd, 2025 at 8:34 a.m. A bill endorsed by Governor Ron DeSantis that would, among other things, outlaw chemtrails in Florida has passed in the state Senate. I have a problem with the people spraying perfume around me sometimes, don't you? I have a problem with people spraying things into the atmosphere that really have no type of empirical data that you just don't know who they are or what they are doing, said Senator Eileen Garcia R. Carlos Gables.
There's Republican.
Oh, Republican. The bill sponsored on Thursday morning.
Yeah, it mentioned that let me see, people spraying things into the atmosphere that really have no type of empirical data, that you just don't know who they are or what they are doing. And when I be seeing them planes flying, and I'm just like, man, I'm just envisioning just a pale face, just an Edomite, you know what I'm saying? With
Smoking a cigarette.
a bald faced Edomite, old Edomite, retired Air Force or some shit. Just now a government contractor just dumping tons of bullshit in the sky, man.
Yeah.
Looking like Gargamel.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is that the one Snoopy used to fight against?
No,
Gargamel's
that's
the
Smurfs.
Smurfs.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
A big nose and that fucking
Oh,
one tooth.
I know what you're talking about. The cat.
The cat,
Yeah,
big
I
dumb
wasn't big
cat.
off the Smurfs. That was a little before my time, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I looked up the word empirical.
Mhm.
This is off of Merriam-Webster. It says originating in or based on observation or experience, relying on experience or observation alone, often without due regard for system and theory, capable of being verified or disapproved by observation or experiment of or relating to empirism. All right, so pretty much that article, the way that article was worded, it said that what was that up in this what did it say? Oh, it says, don't you have a problem with people spraying things in the atmosphere that really have no type of empirical data? So no data that's been studied, no data that's been observed, no, they don't have information, or they don't know what it's going to do.
It's like the Maxine.
Yep, and yet they're putting it forth.
Yeah, because they don't have a website. There's no government-backed website that you can go to where they list, oh, these are the metals we're dumping on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The whitehouse.gov, and then they chemtrails.
You get a QR code, scan this code, you can figure out everything that's in, all the chemicals that's in this.
Right.
On Monday, we're going to hit you with boop, boop, boop. Tuesday, we're going to hit you with boop, boop, boop. Just like checking the weather. Hey, what's the weather going to be like on Friday or Saturday for camp?
Damn.
So brothers check the weather and be like, okay, yeah, brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Hit the
Watch out for
QR
copper.
code.
You gotta wear that copper,
Yeah.
propellant.
Hey, hit the QR code. This is going to decalcify your pineal, or it's going to calcify your pineal by 0.5%.
Yeah, brothers, they're going to hit us with heavy metals, man. You got to wear shungite to camp.
And not only that, like, there's no information on what they're doing, why they flying it, why is that coming out of the sky. You could Google it, but they're gonna just tell you, oh, that's not what everybody thinks it is.
Right.
It's not it's not the chemtrails.
They're gonna make
Contrails.
it.
It's
No. So
Go ahead.
contrails.
no, boy, contrails is the old school back when we was young, and we used to see the planes or whatever.
Oh,
they had a little trail, but it would disappear.
Yeah.
That's a contrail. So people think that chemtrails is contrails. No, contrails, you see them for a little bit, and then they're gone.
And they have no effect on the weather.
Exactly. It's
Because
normal.
it's pretty much just the only reason it's doing that is because of how hot the actual engine is versus the air that's up there.
Yeah.
Right? That's not them actually spraying something behind them. This shit that's lasting for hours in the sky and then just expanding in the sky. That's not the same as what the small trail that's behind the plane that disappears.
I'm just thinking about it. To walk out and saying, when you look at the clouds, when you Google search clouds, you don't see any clouds that look like what's been sprayed in the air. You got a list of clouds that they show you that looks like actual clouds, but when you see the chemtrails being spread and they disperse out, it don't look like any. It looked like just something that was put there.
Yeah, it looked like it looked like a haze with some type of electromagnetic dispersion.
Yeah.
Like if you took electromagnetic waves and vibrated it to where it just vibrated out, and it just looks weird. You know, it looks weird in the sky. You know, but that's not normal, man. That shit is not normal.
Yeah, that shit ain't normal. Those ain't clouds, bro.
Those ain't clouds, man. You know,
Looks like a third-grade painting.
and they hit
Right.
Yeah. You told your retarded child to draw some clouds.
Finger paint or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do your finger painting on there.
But yeah, go ahead. Matter of fact, let me show that.
I was gonna say, to Kalak's point, they'll Google will just pretty much try to tell you that you're trying to follow a
These is
conspiracy theory.
these is real clouds. Okay, this is real clouds. This, not so much.
Every morning, bro, we leave the house,
This-
bro.
yeah.
You got fucking crisscrossing
Every
chemtrails going every fucking direction.
This is what
That
we
shit.
this is what we see in Washington on a daily basis. On a daily basis.
Especially if it's a nice day, it's all fucked. It's fucked.
You know.
You show some of this one too, bro.
And you know what? Like for certain brothers, you know, some more than others, this shit really pisses me off, man. Seeing chemtrails like that, this alone warrants every Edomite to go into slavery in my book. You know, this ain't normal, man. You know, this ain't normal, and that's
Esau trying to affect people's immune systems, because people's immune systems is already shot with the jab.
Right.
You know, and this is doing nothing more than making it worse.
Yeah, and that information came to me via somebody knocking on my door and handing it to me and inviting me to some
Conference.
seminar.
Yeah.
They was gonna have some conference about it, and I was like, man, I can go into that, but hey, thank you for the information. I'll keep these.
Right, man. They might have some more good information at that damn conference.
You
You
know.
never know, but
Right.
yeah, you won't see
Like
me in that
Adams.
bitch.
Send me the video.
Send me the link.
Send me the
Wind up never returning.
Oh, you know
Gotcha.
about it now? Yeah, motherfucker.
Gotcha. We got some more of that.
Yep. So in the second part of the article, geoengineering and weather modification activities.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say those them chemtrails can change the season in one day.
Man,
It can be summer. They spray that shit up there in the morning, and now it turned into damn fall. You know what I'm saying? Or late winter, early spring.
Yep.
You know that's what it look and feel like. It'd be a clear summer day, and then next thing you know, it's gloomy and it's raining and shit.
yeah, you got
You
hail
know?
coming down. It's like it's April.
Yeah.
47 degrees in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Right.
Cali had got that monsoon shit, bro.
Yeah.
Where it flooded them,
Yeah.
Atmospheric river.
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. How the fuck? That shit don't happen like that.
Right.
Out of nowhere, it just happens.
Yeah, they Christmas in July, man. You know what I'm saying?
How you doing?
Christmas in July.
In quotation, it has SB 56. prohibits the injection, release.
Senate Bill
And,
56.
parentheses.
Senate Bill 56. The
Senate
water.
Bill.
Parentheses. What?
Parentheses. You said
Quotations?
Quotations what's around
Activities.
geoengineering and weather
Weather
modification
modification
activities.
Yeah, it's like it. Prohibits the injection, release, or dispersion of a chemical compound, a substance, or an
So I read that
apparatus.
again from geoengineering.
Geoengineering and weather modification activities. Senate Bill 56 prohibits the injection, release, or dispersion of a chemical compound, a substance, or an apparatus into the atmosphere in Florida to affect the temperature, weather, climate, or intensity of the sunlight. It was okayed 28-9.
And those 9
28
people,
to 9.
those 9 people need to die
Right.
that voted
Right.
against it. But the fact that they're pretty much letting you know,
What those
That
chemtrails do.
yeah, exactly. Let you know that
This shit
diabolical,
It
man.
fuck with the sun, bro. It says
intensity of the sunlight.
yeah,
Saying
into
it
the
was
atmosphere
saying.
to affect the temperature,
Mhm.
weather, climate, or intensity of sun.
Yeah, we've been saying that.
That's what now you know. Now you know exactly what chemtrails do.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's and
Oh man.
I always be harping upon the chemtrails, man. We need the sunlight, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially being up here in Washington, like naturally, it's gloomy up here a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you gotta actually. Some people like that shit, and some people you grow accustomed to it and you just get used to it.
Yeah.
But if you're not from here and you grew up sunlight,
Yeah.
you know, this brother from Florida, I'm from California, so them is the same but opposites. On you on the east, I'm on the west, but sunshine, you know,
All the
sunshine.
time. And if it rains, it's only for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Cool it off and then right back to heat.
Shit.
Yup.
It rained for a whole month straight, just drizzle.
And then Florida got them. Y'all got some dope ass clouds, but you know they be moving.
Yeah.
They be moving. You know what I'm saying? But out here it's different. It's just gloomy. And then when the sun come out, you really appreciate it.
Mhm.
But for like the last couple years, Esau's been going OD with the chemtrails
Crazy with them trails.
to
bro.
where the sun don't even shine. The sun, it'll be a clear day. It'll have a haze in the sky to where the sky's not as blue as it should be. It's not as vivid and sharp as it should be. And you can just see that haze, especially when you look at the sun. It's like a haze, like a gloss over it.
It's like a soap scummed
Mirror
glass
or
in
something,
your,
yeah.
in your shower. Like,
Yeah.
like if you ever seen that soap scum before you clean it,
Yeah.
that film,
Yeah.
that's how the sky look like. It got a film
Yeah.
over it. You're like, what the fuck?
It's not right, man.
That shit ain't
Then
It
the
ain't right.
sun got that little weird, like,
Weird.
fucking. It has that little, the
Halo.
little light that
Oh,
comes
yeah.
off of it.
Yeah.
Like a, you know how
It's
rainbow,
a halo.
you know, like a halo. It has a halo around it because you can
Yeah.
see that glaze.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
bro?
You know, it's not right, man.
Mhm.
You know, and that shit pisses me off, man. You know, it pisses brothers
I
off.
just looked this up on Google. I said, how many days does Seattle get sun throughout the year on average? And on average, there's 150 to 152 sunny days per year throughout the year.
That's not even
That's
half.
not
That's
half.
not even
That's
half
not
the year.
half.
It's not even
So
half.
with the chemtrails being sprayed,
It's cutting that
it's
down
gonna
even
be
more.
And in those days, they're counting the days that's like partially cloudy,
Yeah.
mostly cloudy, but you get the little sun breaks. They ain't counting it as like those are just straight up sunny days. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up sunny days is probably like three months.
'Cause you get,
About 90 days worth
90
of,
days,
of,
yeah.
of straight sun, if that.
If that.
That's on the high end too.
hey,
280.
the fact that they even have to draft up a bill to say
Man.
don't put this, don't do this shit, tells you how wicked Esau Edom really is, man.
Yeah.
Because there should be no reason for them to even need a bill that blocks that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That type of activity shouldn't be happening in the first place.
For it to even be a bill and all that shit, let you know who the fuck is rejecting the shit. Esau.
Not to mention they knew they know that it's happening.
Exactly.
That's
Esau.
why, yeah.
Jake don't be knowing shit. Jake be like, oh, they're spraying this shit in the air. Okay. Where's that blunt at? Pass that weed.
Jake
Fuck what
ain't
the
even
niggas
looking
doing.
up.
They don't even care.
Jake ain't even looking up.
Nope.
As previously reported, Garcia's bill has been the subject of controversy. Specifically, it would prohibit cloud seeding in the process of releasing tiny particles into the air to increase precipitation, a practice used in arid parts of the southwestern United States, like Utah, to increase the water supply. Similar bills have been filed in 8 other states, according to the bill analysis.
Yeah, send that shit to Utah. Fuck it.
Yeah. Hey, shit, Colorado's air quality be so bad in the summertime, they got advisories, stay your ass inside on every highway. You're
Yeah.
like, God damn, it's like that out here? It's supposed to be fresh air out
How?
this motherfucker. Every year, every summer.
How is it that bad, bro? They're right there in the mountains and show them trees and shit around that motherfucker. Cause like they got nice green like we got in the Northwest.
Yeah, in some spots, yeah.
Like Boulders, there's plenty of green on that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Boulder's green as fuck. The Flatirons. You know, you get up into like Estes Park and shit like that. It's like nothing but mountains. So it's like national forest style. But this shit be getting probably hit with them chemtrails so bad that they be fucking everything up.
Yeah.
And there's hella people that live there now too. Let's see.
All right, can I read this real quick?
Yeah.
Just on Google, I typed in states that block cloud seeding. All right, real quick, I'm just going to read the AI overview. It says several states are considering or have enacted bans on geoengineering, including cloud seeding, due to concerns about potential risk and the influence of chemtrails conspiracy theories. States with active or proposed bans include Tennessee, Florida, Kentucky, and Arizona. Tennessee was the first to enact a law banning geoengineering, and others have followed with proposed legislations. States with active or proposed bans on cloud seeding and engineering: Tennessee, Florida, Kentucky, Arizona, Iowa.
Tennessee, Florida, Kentucky. Those all what Bible? That's Bible Belt.
It says
Tennessee,
Florida, Kentucky.
not Florida, Kentucky.
It says, while some states are considering or have banned cloud seeding, it is still used in many Western states to encourage
Precipitation.
There we go. The word.
We don't need precipitation in Washington.
It says,
So these niggas is full of shit.
for example, cloud seeding programs are active in states like California, Colorado, Idaho, Nevada, and New Mexico. That's all that.
Yep. Hey, a lot of them wildfires, you know what I'm saying? They trying to prevent that. They trying to make water out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? They wonder why the water's killing everybody. Like, this man is he's unstoppable.
Yeah, and then the nigga, the family owns all the water in fucking Cali.
Yeah.
This is
Devils.
Yeah.
Reading on in the article, but some believe cloud seeding, contrails, and the conspiracy theory of chemtrails are all intertwined. The term contrail is a portmanteau, I can't say that, of condensation, and trail chemical is chemical and trail, or chemtrail is chemical and trail. Both DeSantis and Attorney General James Euthymire have expressed support for the legislation on social media, with Euthymire saying his office will also be looking at legal avenues in this area, other legal avenues to water, in this area to protect Floridians from the left's climate change agenda. DeSantis, however, made clear he supports.
That's pretty much. I mean, this is about to go on into some mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
But the point being that Florida don't they don't want that shit being sprayed in the skies over there. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, you don't want the skies being sprayed up via these airplanes. You know, like we said, the segment with the with Mike Adams, he was saying that he suspects and people suspect that they got a ship off the coast that's just dumping that shit into the into the air, man. You know, when a big gust of wind that blows, because from the Atlantic, that wind blows, it blows west. So you can have a big container ship or whatever parked off the coast. You know, parked off the coast.
Shots from there.
Yeah.
That's the
No.
Well, does that say that's what it is? C-based X-band radio frequency microwave transmission platform. Nah, because that's not really.
Because that's kind of like the what these are the weather modification things that can like build up a cloud.
Yeah.
Like this one I seen on National Geographic or one of them, and he was like, they said they're gonna make it rain, and he didn't believe him.
Yeah.
The dude that was reporting started crying because he's like, it's really raining in this middle of summer, and they just turned it on. It blew up this cloud and started raining.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, Africa over there, all the hurricanes and stuff, that wind that's coming from, it comes from that direction, from the Atlantic and straight across the United States.
Yeah.
America.
Yep.
So it's only right that they would, or it's not only right, but it's in there, they're thinking like, hey, we can just place it right here in the Atlantic Ocean and it's gonna blow all the way across.
Hell yeah.
Without us doing anything.
Without doing the motherfucking thing.
Sit back and watch. Get the popcorn.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, can somebody grab? Is anybody holding anything?
I got some real quick.
Yeah, you go ahead.
This is
Sirach 36:8.
2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Right. So there's a lot of people who, these things that, hey, don't look up, man. The movie Don't Look Up.
Right.
Because there's people that's walking in America that don't even have the mental capacity to look up and see that the chemtrails is actually there. You know what I'm saying? There's people, and on top of that, you got children that's born into a world that all they know is the sky looks like that. They never knew the sky looking different like when we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, that's this is the Matrix, man. Just like the movie The Matrix, where I mentioned it a few weeks ago, where the scene where Neo was in that incubator, but the sky was all black, and when when it was thunder and lightning, it was like green and just weird. It looked like it was wet and rainy.
The sky was completely discolored.
Yeah, that shit. That's what Esau's trying to accomplish, man. And you got people that's on the earth that would like the frog in the pot be just ushered right into that way of living and wouldn't even know what hit them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because one, all the heavy metals that are we're gonna get into some of them, all the heavy metals that's being pumped into the atmosphere by way of these chemtrails, they are neurotoxins, which they deal with. They pretty much affect your neurological system.
I got it.
Which would have you just all just jacked up.
Neurotoxin, a toxin that damages or destroys nerve tissue. It says poisonous to nerve tissue.
Yep.
Poisonous to nerves and or nerve cells.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is from Deep Sea. It says It says neurotoxicity. It says refers to the damage of the nervous system caused by exposure to toxic substances, neurotoxins, which can disrupt or even kill neurons or nerve cells. This can lead to problems with brain function, nerve signaling, and overall neurological health. So your brain ain't gonna function right, and your nerves don't communicate. So when your brain is trying to send something to your toe, let me crack my toe. Like it's a disconnect. You know, matter of fact, multiple sclerosis. People with multiple sclerosis, that signal, the signal from the brain, pretty much like people with multiple sclerosis, it's like a protective coating along your nerves, you know. So when that, just like a extension cord or
it's like a
cord,
a cord, yeah.
It don't that firing from the brain don't give
carry
that
through
message
it don't
to
carry
the
all
next,
the way.
Yeah.
Because it's not attached.
Like,
It's not all the way connected. Yeah.
It's like in construction when we if you got an extension cord and the rubber is cut, and then some of the intertwinings of that extension cord is exposed.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work. That's you gotta throw that away, because
It's gonna
right at that break,
yeah.
it's going, you're gonna see the sparks and all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the same thing with people with multiple sclerosis, that their the protective coating along their nerve is all jacked up, to where when a brain sends that signal to whatever part of the body, when it gets to that part, it's like a traffic jam. It's like traffic.
Short circuit.
Exactly. It's not. The circuit can't be complete.
You don't know what that shit gonna do to your body. Your body might start just pop locking and shit.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what these chemtrails is doing, man.
Mm-hmm.
It said nerve signaling and overall neurological health. So you should just be off. Just Esau wants a bunch of MS patients around Babylon.
So he can perform his miracle. He want to perform his miracles though.
Because you turn into a vegetable. My grandfather died of multiple sclerosis. People that deal with
they progressively die.
Yeah.
Like they slowly die. I deal with
they turn into a vegetable.
I deal with patients. I gotta take care of a patient that got MS, ALS.
And
you gotta move with his eyes.
The degeneratory, or like what your
body's
just is it autoimmune?
Yeah.
Okay, it's autoimmune. I mean, your body's just fighting itself.
Yeah.
It's beating itself up.
If your neurological system is fucked up, that means if your neurological system is fucked up, that deals with your brain expressly. You get to a point to where your brain can't communicate to the rest of the body to make it do anything. So you end up becoming bedridden. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And if you bedridden, fucking your muscles, you just
they feel
wither
that pain,
away.
though. They feel pain.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing. Because if your neurons can't fire off to tell your muscles to contract, or you know, to help you move and stuff, but it can still communicate the information that shit hurts. That's why, hey man, it's a fearful thing to fall into that comes from.
I'm telling you, I know. I take care of one every day. I go to work, and he's just sitting there, just only thing can move is his eyes. To communicate, but he can feel pain, and you know, had to do like a wound care on him one time, and I held his leg up like that. After it was done, he wrote, it was like, that was so painful because I had it locked out. Yeah. Like his knee was hyperextending down, so that hurt all up in there. Yeah. And I was like, my bad, you know, I ain't think about that.
Say something.
Yeah. I think it's fair. You know, you're supposed to blink twice hard. Yeah. You're supposed to blink hard as hell twice.
Yeah, because look, hey, when he say yes, his eyes roll to the back of his head. When he say no, this shit's gonna flicker that way like that. That's funny. Hey, you all right?
Hey, people, like there's one cat, I ain't gonna say his name, but I used to work with him in construction, and he had multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, I need them all.
And he said that he used to work on a ship with chemicals. And then my grandfather, same thing. When he was in the military, he used to work in a chemical unit. So them chemicals, working around them chemicals,
neurotoxins,
that fucked them up.
Neurotoxins.
Like when dude told me that, I was like, damn, okay, so that's the common denominator. So these fucking chemicals from being in the chemical unit for my grandpa, and then for this dude, like damn, like so them that shit really jacked him up, you know, hit the neurological system, jacked them niggas up, or well that nigga up, excuse me, not niggas, but that nigga up, as well as my grandfather, but anyways,
can I make mention of this? The brothers, the elder Yasha Wamba and the brothers of Dallas put up a video yesterday called "They Want to Block the Sun," and they was reading off a article from Natural News, and the headline says "Stardust, a secretive Israeli-U.S. startup plans risky solar geoengineering experiment to block out the sun." You know, so just Esau got diabolical works involving the sky, involving the air, you know, that is not towards your benefit.
Right.
Oh, don't forget about Moab. They created artificial
created a
sun.
big ass sun.
Well, Moab right now is Esau's little lapdog.
Yeah.
You know, which ultimately is going to end up turning against Esau, of course. Because Elder Apostle Tahar has been going into that a lot recently. Moab is my watch pot. You know.
oh, you don't like that my street.
That's all I had to get back into it.
Yo,
Would you still read?
No, that was
Okay.
well, this
Yeah.
all right. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 36:8. It says, "Make the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works."
Yeah, the point being, hey, make the time short, man. You know, 1,000 years, 1,000 years, nothing. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to be here another 1,000 years and actually living in that part of the matrix, where it's fucking dark 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Acid rain, chemical rain. Like, no, we pray that the Lord destroy this shit, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, like the destruction is the only thing that's gonna make this world a better place.
That's right.
You know, for this place to be destroyed. You know,
1,000 years, everybody plugged into the machine,
yeah, man.
eating through a tube and shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't never go outside. You never get the little cubicle or the little pod that they got you in. Fuck that.
Yeah, you looking like Black Mirror. The niggas, they had to ride the bike. They had to sit in that fucking glass cubicle. That was their whole life, is watching some TV screen and being a doppelganger because they couldn't go around each
Yeah,
other.
because
and shit.
if you even think about it, like Esau and that, if Esau was allowed to keep going on, we all would be in some type of
15 minute city type shit.
Generating energy to
Yeah.
run all the computers and run up
Mhm.
all the AI technology and all of that. They would use the human race or the people to
Work for
run,
the robots.
work for the robots basically to make sure they got energy and all that shit.
That's funny. I was watching this nigga. A little short came on with Nero Degrassi, that nigga.
I hate that.
And you know he was debunking fucking Matrix. See, the problem I have with the Matrix is
I hate that.
because he was basically saying that energy you're not gonna get 100% of the energy that you pull from some to transfer it to something else.
Yeah,
Some of it's gonna dissipate.
Dissipate.
It's gonna turn into heat.
Mhm.
The energy is gonna turn into heat. It's gonna dissipate. He said you probably get 30% of the energy. You from one thing to the next, you only get 30% of it.
Mhm.
You know, so I was like, all right, that makes sense. So yeah, this brother's talking about how he's gonna use us to be, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna get all that energy though, because it's gonna dissipate.
But that's the premise of that movie, The Matrix, is that the humans were the battery for the machines.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole reason why they had them in the fake reality. In real life, you know, your mind is hooked up into the dream world, but in real life, you're strapped into a fucking machine that's draining your, you know, that's using you as a battery, only keeping you alive so that way you can keep generating energy for the robots to continue to move.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Yeah, we can't forget them AI centers take millions
Oh,
of
yeah.
gallons of water to cool.
Really.
They take a lot of power to generate as well. You know.
Same thing with them fucking that nuclear plants.
Mm-hmm.
That shit needs fucking dumb water to cool that shit, and then that waste from that shit, they can't
Do
do nothing with it.
Yeah.
They can't do nothing with that shit.
Electric cars,
This shit's fucked, bro.
storing like data.
Mm-hmm.
now you want the chip is coming. I mean, all of that data that's need to be stored.
Yep.
And this planet will overheat.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Global warming.
I want to read some of this. This is back on DeepSeek. This is it says key aspects of neurotoxicity. Neurotoxins. It says these are substances that harm the nervous system. Examples include heavy metals, lead, mercury, arsenic, pesticides, and industrial chemicals, or organophosphates, solvents, drugs and alcohol, methamphetamine, ethanol in excess, biological toxins, botulinum toxin, snake venoms, certain medications, chemotherapy drugs, some antibiotics. It says effects on the nervous system. Acute effects, rapid symptoms like seizures, dizziness, or paralysis. Example given, nerve gas exposure. Chronic effects, long-term damage such as memory loss, Parkinson's-like symptoms,
Damn.
or peripheral neuropathy, nerve damage in hands and feet. And that's oh boy, he can't feel his hands or his feet. Walking stills. Like, what?
That's dangerous as hell. Boy.
You can't feel your hands and your
Can't
feet,
feel
bro.
your hands and feet. Walking stills.
How do you
boy.
work?
Permanent frostbite.
If you can't
Yeah,
feel your
that's-
hands, how the fuck you even work with them if you can't feel them?
No, there's no dexterity, but you can still, but you just don't got the dexterity. You don't really compute what it is that you're touching. You just know, okay, let me just squeeze these pliers.
Is that a BBL or is that natural?
Oh shit! Feel like a brick.
I can hold it,
sack
but
of potatoes.
That's a crazy sense to be missing, man.
You know,
to be
like
lacking in.
when you go to the dentist and they numb your mouth,
Mhm.
that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
You
That's
can feel
probably
it's
how.
there.
I know the exact. I can't feel. I don't know what this. I don't got no nothing in this finger.
Damn.
When I cut from, I still don't got nothing in this motherfucker at the tip.
Damn.
Like I said, some shit. Nothing.
That should be happening to me some mornings.
Where you can't feel nothing.
My fingertips be fucking numb and shit. I'm like, motherfucker.
I got one like right here. This should be. It be kind of like every once in a while.
Fucking keep holding this
Hey,
bitch, bro.
I'm thankful to the Lord that I got what I got. Shit, I don't want that.
No, I cut my shit to the bone,
Yeah.
and it cut some nerves and shit. So I don't got no feeling in the tip of this finger.
All right, it says mechanisms of damage, disrupting ion channels. Example given: tetrodotoxin from pufferfish blocks sodium channels. All right, so the toxins or whatever from a pufferfish, it'll block your sodium channel.
Fun
So
fact.
dealing with salt.
Fun fact: dolphins use that very toxin from the pufferfish to get
Yeah,
high.
yeah.
Yeah. Pork is getting lit.
Yeah, they be getting lit.
They be passing
Passing it around and
shit.
What's up, man?
Oh shit!
Hey, hit that shit.
Hey,
They be getting lit.
the only other, I believe, I don't know if it's still true, but the only other mammal that has sex not just for procreation but for pleasure. So they be getting high and fuck.
Oh yeah. Dolphins.
Yeah.
There's some smart bees.
Crazy.
They are. Dolphins are dope.
Causing oxidative stress leading to neuron death, interfering with neurotransmitters, example given, or organophosphates, overstimulates acetylcholine, causing paralysis. I know I've chopped that up. Triggering inflammation in the brain, example given, chronic alcohol abuse. So these heavy chemicals have this effect on the human body. But you went out into just to walk to the store and getting a healthy dosage of your daily metals.
Bro, you got your window open in your bedroom.
Getting
You just
Get
just
dranked. Get dranked
Yeah.
in.
Heavy metal
Straight chemical.
dust.
Damn.
Heavy metal
getting
dusting.
dusty. Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Oh
That's why
shit,
you
boy.
waking up in the middle of the night coughing for no reason. Like, what the fuck,
I need
man?
water.
Yeah.
No, and when you drink too much, you can drink yourself into a dementia.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's my pops got that shit. He got dementia from, I believe it's from his alcohol. And all he really drank was beer.
And it said inflammation of the brain.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that shit. It says I was about to say dementia. Symptoms of neurotoxicity. It says cognitive decline, memory loss, confusion,
That's dementia. Dementia is when you lose your memory.
motor dysfunction, muscle weakness, tremors, sensory disturbances, numbness and tingling, mood changes, depression, anxiety, severe cases, coma or death.
Damn.
Prevention and treatment, avoiding exposure. Well, there ain't even no reason to read that because
Avoid
How
it.
you
avoid none of that.
If the
This
shit's
is
in the
the-
air, how are you gonna avoid the shit?
it's
Super hazmat suit. Bubble boy.
Yeah, everybody gotta be a bubble boy.
all right.
That air got a filter in somewhere though.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read
Somewhere.
a little bit more. It says here's a detailed breakdown of the neurotoxic. So there was a couple chemicals he mentioned in the segment, and so I put them in deep seek. And it says here's a detailed breakdown of the neurotoxic and systematic effects of aluminum, barium, lead, nickel, mercury, and cadmium on the human body when exposed to high doses based on the provided search results. It says aluminum, neurological effects linked to cognitive decline, memory loss, and motor dysfunction. Animal studies show impaired grip strength and movement coordination.
Sound like lupus and all that shit. Because
You
they lose their strength in their
Equilibrium and that.
hands and shit. Gonna be able to grab nothing and shit.
Yeah. Potential association with Alzheimer's disease, though evidence is inconclusive due to aluminum-induced oxidative stress, tau protein, and some other stuff. It says other systematic effects: kidney damage accumulates in renal tissues, causing nephrotic syndrome or acute glomer whatever. These names, man. Bone disorders, respiratory issues, barium, acute toxicity, soluble barium compounds, an example, chloride, nitrate causes muscle paralysis, low potassium, and cardiac arrhythmia due to potassium channel blockage. So these heavy metals block certain channels that your body uses to pretty much pump shit to where it needs to be pumped to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like potassium, okay, you eat a banana, you get potassium from a banana, but if you getting dosed with all these damn chemicals, you ain't receiving no benefits from. You know, we can make a smoothie and put all kind of goodness in there, and that shit ain't even doing nothing because of all
Your
the
receptors
fucking-
is blocked, bro.
Damn, bro, crazy.
That's faulty.
Yeah.
And then potassium, as a man, you need potassium.
Yep.
Calcium, potassium, magnesium. You need all three of those, man.
Yep. It says ingestion leads to vomiting, abdominal cramps, and renal failure. Chronic exposure, hypertension, lead. It says neurological effects on, and this is with children, irreversible brain damage. So the child will never be the same. You know, with too much lead, irreversible brain damage. Reduced IQ. That's why all these YNs is all they know is shoot 'em up, bang bang. Learning disabilities and behavioral disorders. An example, ADHD.
Shit, that comes
That's
from the
lit.
Maxines.
That's from lead.
The Maxines, bro, come from them shit. That's why your baby fine. You take the baby, get that shit, and the next thing you know, it's looking up all weird and shit. Now it's like,
Yeah,
hold
I
on, man.
remember that.
You snapping and shit. It can't. It
Yeah.
won't even focus on you no more.
Mm.
It's like, damn, what the fuck y'all doing with my baby? Baby done, bro. You snapping this shit. It's looking in the whole opposite direction now. It's like, damn. Esau, bro, them niggas, man.
Yo.
Oh shit, boy.
Adults. It says.
I was thinking about the lead. Them niggas in Ohio. Was it Ohio that was getting hit by that?
The water in the water.
Yeah.
No, that was Michigan.
Michigan. Oh yeah, Flint, Michigan.
Flint, yeah.
Bro, think about those
Flint
people.
water.
Yeah.
Just getting fucking annihilated by their water.
Imagine the kids that's
Drinking that shit. Bro, it's crazy. The last
Kill boys.
the house I was working on, this chick, she went to the faucet and filled her shit up. It's like, you guys better hydrate. I ain't drinking that shit.
Yeah, you hydrate.
She must have that osmosis or something, because I was like, you crazy drinking that shit. I was like, left to be like, I ain't drinking no shit like that, bitch. Crazy.
Nah, the time of being able to just go to a faucet or something and
That's
drink
just
it,
long
The
that's
water
long.
hose.
That was
Yeah,
the water hose.
Yeah.
That was over December 31st, 1999.
We were the last kids that was able to drink
Drink,
from the
yeah.
water hose.
Yeah.
Man, that shit.
Well,
you
that was
can't
the
drink
fair-
from the water hose.
Y'all
Yeah.
stop playing all
No,
day.
you can't do that.
You
shit
can't.
no
You
more.
can't even.
I was not there.
The water fountains and shit. You gotta be careful with them
You
shit.
can't drink them shit
Cause
either.
them shits is just tap. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little water fountain in the park and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
It's just tap, man.
Yeah.
People pissing on
That's some Tallahassee shit, boy. What the
Oh
fuck?
damn.
shit.
Never heard that. So yeah.
Oh shit, that's some diabolical work right there. Who the fuck doing that? Damn, you gonna piss in the drinking water?
Continuing on. Brothers got precepts. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to read this and then we'll grab precepts and wrap it up.
Yeah, yep. I got a precept for
I got one, too.
Okay, so continuing on lead, and this is for adults. It says memory loss, neuropathy, and mood disorders, systematic effects, cardiovascular hypertension, and increased risk of heart disease, renal, kidney failure, and reduce glomerular filtration, hematological, microcytic anemia due to disrupted heme synthesis, nickel.
Something to do with the blood, huh?
You know.
Hemo, yeah. Because it said anemia. That's when your iron's low.
Cold, yeah.
Yeah.
Nickel, acute exposure. It says inhalation of nickel carbonyl causes pneumonitis. Seizures and liver kidney damage.
I said that's lungs. That sound like pneumonia is when you got water in your lungs and shit.
Pneumonitis. Ingestion leads to nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Chronic effects: contact dermatitis, allergic skin reactions.
I say that's skin.
Just like with jewelry.
Yeah.
If you got some nickel plated jewelry or whatever.
Turn your shit green.
Yeah, it'll affect your skin.
Mhm.
Cancer, lung and nasal cancers in occupational settings, respiratory, asthma, and pulmonary fibrosis. Mercury. It says forms and effects. Methyl mercury. It says organic. Neurotoxicity, tremors, ataxia, blindness, and developmental delays in fetuses, elemental mercury vapor, lung damage, tremors, psychotic symptoms, Mad Hatter syndrome, inorganic mercury, kidney failure and gastrointestinal bleeding, cadmium, organ damage, kidneys, accumulation, renal tubules, causing proteinuria and chronic kidney disease, lungs, lung cancer, other effects, bone, osteoporosis due to calcium displacement, cardiovascular linked to hypertension. All right. So those were the metals that it was mentioned that he found large amounts of that shit in those samples, and that's what's being pumped on us. You know what I'm saying? That's what's being pumped on us. Like brother was saying, you wake up in the middle of the night, fucking, you need water.
Yeah.
You got phlegm in your throat. It's like, man, like
Nose all stuff.
you for the longest you ain't been sick or nothing like that.
Nothing, bro.
You just in the middle of the night, just you know what I'm saying? You got
Shit, I woke up last night coughing and shit, man. Like,
that's why I said, me
what's
too.
going on, man?
Sneezing.
Dry as a bitch.
Yeah.
Like drinking water, throat still dry. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got mineral drops in this water, so I know this shit's gonna be doing something for me.
Yeah.
It's bad. You go on a run, and next thing you know, you hacking up a lung and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or sick out there run.
Yeah.
And then it's like your all your organs is open up, but you breathing in
Breathing
all
in
of
bullshit,
that
breathing in all
bullshit.
that.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I just got a good run in, my heart good, and now I'm
Now you
fucking
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So brothers, go ahead with their precepts. Whoever got some.
All right, this is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, you can go down.
Hey, yeah, Esau knows that his
Can you
uninterrupted period of rule, his eon, is coming to an end. So he's doing everything he can to put himself in the ultimate power seat, which is with his digital all and his digital God, and trying to put himself in a place where he's got Jake just not even an issue, where he's got him so fucked up with. I mean, you were just reading that, and I'm thinking, man, the food that Jake be eating already be causing hypertension and all kind of shit with the heart and blood flow and shit like that. Not only that, but now they're putting lead in the water and lead in the paint. You know what I'm saying? All you don't know what you could be exposed to if you live in an old house or something.
Yeah, you know, Jake in the hood, they still got asbestos in the fucking ceilings and shit, man.
Yeah. So, you know, hey, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, because ain't nothing safe down here with this diabolical man in rulership. Because what he's going to do, he's the harbinger of death. He's going to continue to bring forth death while wearing a fucking skull t-shirt and smoking a fucking cigarette.
Yeah, flying it down. Fucking Boeing.
What's
I'm Boeing jet with a Mad Dog black white beater on.
Some malt liquor.
Yeah. With a fucking a Mad Dog. You remember the Mad Dog cut off fucking tank top?
Eating a Slim Jim.
Man.
Smoking a cigar.
He got a big ass skull just tattooed on his neck and shit.
Yeah, man.
Smoking a big ass cigar and shit.
Yeah.
With chemtrails coming out of it.
He blowing while the thing blowing. Like, hey, we gonna do this together, motherfucker.
He laced his cigar with some of that chemicals.
He's like, the dolphins can get high, me too.
He said, I'm really gonna be on
Me
demon
too.
time.
Damn.
He said, I'm on demon time.
Hey, that's a very beautiful visual of our enemy, man.
Yeah.
Esau Edom. That's because behind that suit and tie, that's really what it is.
Right. And this motherfucker's all over TV, all over the internet, painting himself as if he's the one trying to help the earth, trying to save it. You know, we have to keep the dolphins. And, you know what I'm saying?
Who, Bridget?
Yeah, the little bitch and
Learning
shit.
Greta Thunberg.
Greta,
yeah.
But across the ocean to go somewhere.
But his double tongue ass is the one that's actually doing the polluting.
Yeah. Nigga, you ain't Captain Planet, nigga.
Telling you destroy, we destroy the planet.
Right.
But he's the one who's behind the whole thing, destroying and telling the people that they're doing it.
Right.
You see what you've done?
And somehow it comes back on the Negro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somehow it's
the
the
problem for
Negro
everybody.
and the
You're the
Mexican's
problem.
fault. You know what I'm saying?
You know we gotta blame the blacks on this.
It's crazy.
It's gonna be like that. My neighbors like that. They see me, they go running. They hide. Like, what the fuck you scared of?
Oh, pussy ass.
They go running.
I hate those.
I hate that. They go running.
But then they say that you got a phobia.
Yeah.
See, you know, you niggas got the phobia.
Right.
We're not racist.
Right.
Yeah, right.
What? Nephew?
Thaba or
You got a picture?
I got a picture.
Okay, go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 6. It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hopeful works are fulfilled. Now the wickedness, through their wickedness, they're causing actual pollutions to go out throughout the earth, man. You know, because this scripture is speaking about how it's polluted by the wickedness, but no, through the wickedness of Esau, Edom, everybody's at risk, man. Everybody's in danger. This guy he seeks everybody's life, man. You know, like we was talking about those Georgia Guidestones. He's serious about that. He wants to decimate the population down to nothing, man. That's all.
this is 2nd Ezra 2 and verse 13. Go, and ye shall receive. Pray for few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch.
Yeah. You know, the king's already prepared. Pray for a few days. You know, and that's being that we in the times we're in and seeing the shit we see and having to live in a world where simply breathing is killing you. Ain't that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Breathing is killing you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not life, man. That's not sustainable, man. You know, your every breath is, you know, instead of pure, clean, hydrogen-filled air is being cycled through your body. So that in itself is purifying your organs and things of that nature, you know. But you're literally, it's like a crackhead just took a damn hit of some crack, right, and trying to give you CPR with the crack smoke. That's you know what I'm saying? Like that's not that, you know what I'm saying? Just let me die. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Yeah.
That shit.
I don't want to be revived by some crackhead with crackhead smoke. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Esau is doing. He's literally pushed a whole bunch of metals in the sky that is being cycled through your body by way of you breathing. You know, that's diabolical, man.
He give you no contact high.
Yeah, he give you a contact high.
Secondhand
smoke.
Yeah, he don't care. He don't care if it's an infant or not. You
gonna be on one of those commercials.
Yeah.
I like secondhand smoke.
Yeah. And no.
It's like your inside joke.
That nigga definitely had it.
He get blasted with the chemtrails. He live right by Boeing and shit.
Hey, shit, either that or your fucking infant gonna be. You know the little person that was in that wheelchair at that concert. You seen Fat Joe? No, it was a DJ Khaled. He seen him outside of some venue or some concert or something. But he was in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying?
He looked like the violin lady.
Yeah. Hey, there's a whole bunch of inside jokes and but hey, that's what when you look at Esau's futuristic movies, they always got some just weird deformed humans, especially when it's some sci-fi shit like the shit with Chris Tucker.
Element. Fifth Element. Yeah.
It always got some weirdo deformed creatures in the future, Esau's futuristic movies. And it would be like that because of, you know, the shit people's eating, the water they're drinking, the air they're breathing, you know, the chemicals that they're putting on their skin by way of lotions and deodorants, and you know, this is a jacked up world, man. We need salvation, man. Yep, EPA, all that. Read that one more time, bro. Yeah, you had just read that, right?
Yeah, you want me to go again?
Yeah, we had.
This is Second Ezra's.
And then after that, grab Second Ezra's 4 and 26.
4 and 26. All right, this is Second Ezra 2 and 13. It says, "Go, and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch."
What? Right. I was about to say both watching right at the same time. But that's what we do. We're watching, all right, for you know, the events that's gonna lead up to the kingdom of heaven being, you know, implemented here on earth. You know, pretty much Esau's destruction, World War III, all right, the MOTV, and other things. Hey, the scriptures say, look up, for our salvation is near.
That's it.
So, looking up, what do you see? Our salvation is nigh. Yeah. When you look up, okay, I'm gonna look up. You know, brothers, you know, look up into the heavens. You know, quite often, and it's a vexation when you look up and you see. Just remember, we was working out the other day, and I was out standing outside of the garage, and I was like, bro, you can see the shit
through the trees.
Yeah,
all like, that fucking haze and shit.
Yeah, you can see the shit, man. You know, so when we look up, just all right, you worked out, you know what I'm saying? You got a little bit of time in between a rep or whatever, and you go outside the garage just to look up into the sky. You know, it's daytime, and you see you can see the shit in the sky, man. Just breezing along the trees, man. That shit ain't right, man. You know, so we pray for a few days, man. We pray that the Lord cut the time short, as the scriptures say, so we can experience actual living. You know, a pure, pristine planet. Imagine during the time of Adam, just the crispness in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like when back in the days, yeah, we used to go on road trips. You know what I'm saying? Just driving through the mountains or something, and it'd be early or whatever, and that nice,
crispy air.
Open them lungs up.
Hell yeah.
Just imagine in righteousness what we're gonna experience, man. Yeah. But niggas want to stay here for another 1,000 years.
Getting paid. Getting pegged on the bike.
Shit, 1,000 years your ass.
Yeah, 1,000 years.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
I'm gonna come back every 3 to 4 generations. Getting every generation come back as a different type of.
Well, that's 10 more times you gotta come back, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta come back 10 more times, bro.
Yeah, man.
In this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Who does that?
With it being worse and worse and worse.
Every time.
Because the world gets weaker through age.
Yes.
It comes back even in Daniel with the statue, it was that's the second chapter, right? Daniel's 2.
Metals was inferior.
He told Nebuchadnezzar that, you know, you're the gold, but the kingdom next will be inferior unto you. You know.
Yeah. And there were what? Metals.
Yep. And there was metals. Can I read this just real quick? You had quoted this.
Yeah.
This is Luke chapter 21, verse the point's at verse 28. I'm going to read verse 27 as well. It says, "And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh."
Our salvation is near, man. You know, one thing I was thinking too is you to want to stay here another 1,000 years means eventually you very well could be born in an incubator on some Matrix shit. You know what I'm saying? Just a fucking incubator with slime in the fake artificial womb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Already born as a grown man, fucking they got that show Altered Carbon,
Yeah.
where you can pretty much switch out your suit. You can take somebody died, you can hop in their body. They put
like
your
a
conscious.
crab, how they be changing shells and shit.
Yeah, they call it a new suit. Like
snake skin.
yeah, that's what the world's would be like, man.
That's what Esau want with the head transplants and shit he's trying to do.
That's what he wants with everything that he's got going on right now.
Yeah.
The AI, you know what I'm saying? He's currently trying to build androids and whatnot that he can transfer his consciousness into.
Yeah.
You know?
This nigga want to be able to change bodies like he changed clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, this one got a little dirty. Let me get the next one. those eyes. I like those eyes.
Something crazy.
You want this second Ezra 4:26?
Hey, you got niggas like, yeah, today I'm gonna be an Edomite today.
You get the Edomite experience.
You know what I'm saying? The fucking you got a Moabite body. You know, like that's crazy, man.
Napes and Hyman looking at
You hop in the Edomite body to get good credit, and then you hop in the Jake body to go get bitches, and then you hop in the Moab body to be able to
compute some math.
right. Elon body to work the tech. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You all weird ass shit.
You hop in Moab's body so you can eat fucking caviar and
eat whatever you want to,
and not get fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not have a stomachache.
Eat the shit with the shells and all kinds
gooey
of
duck. Them niggas be eating crabs, just the baby crabs. They'll eat the whole little baby crab, just munching on them shit.
Live, while that motherfucker
Brought alive.
Yeah.
This niggas is crazy with that shit, bro.
Go ahead.
This is second Ezra 4:26.
And read 27 as well.
Okay, it says, then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away.
Yeah, and the events that's taking place on all levels here underneath the sun on planet Earth is causing this is not sustainable. You know, the shit that Esau is doing, the Earth is not going to be able to sustain the demonic energy that Esau is just pumping on the Earth. The Earth was not created to be a house of just wickedness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't created to just be polluted.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Verse 27, it says,
it's like it's a disease.
Mm-hmm.
It's a disease to the earth, man.
Cancer.
Just like it'll be a disease to your body, it's a disease to the earth, and it's affecting all life that's upon the planet. You know what I'm saying? From the creatures that breathe the air and the creatures that breathe the water, they're all being affected by the actions that's being taken by Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying?
And yet, like with the effects that those metals have on humans, you know, they're affecting the plants and animals as well, man.
Yep.
Everything's pretty much being suffocated.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you can't survive being suffocated.
That's why the animals was beaching themselves. They can't fucking breathe. So they're
Yeah.
like, fuck it, man.
The water's all fucked up.
The water's all fucked up, man.
They're dumping shit in the water. They dump trash in the ocean.
Crazy.
Bro.
Big mounds of trash in the ocean.
Them fucking cruise ships, they dump thousands of tons of waste in the ocean. And they say it's good for the ocean because the animals eat the human shit and all this extra shit, but ain't no way all that shit's good for the fucking ocean. You guys throwing bottles and shit in the water and shit, talking about over time it breaks down and all this shit. Man, fuck out of here, man. Let that be Jake doing some shit like that. They getting arrested, man.
Yeah.
What about in planes? Don't they dump
Yeah.
the shit from
Just
the
let it fall.
The waste from the toilets and all everything?
They just dump that shit in the air?
Yeah. In Colorado, about 2 years ago, I remember there was something on the news where a lady in Colorado, her house and car just shit. The fucking airplane just dumped the shit over the fucking sky of Colorado and it landed all on her house and car.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah,
They just let that shit out, bro. They don't.
But they might have let it out because they usually let it out.
Probably.
over
Over
wilderness
water. Yeah,
places.
And hella high up.
Yeah.
Hella high up to where it will dissipate. It won't fall as a clump
They
onto the earth. It'll dissipate,
You know,
and you just get
human
micro
turd.
sprinkled with shit.
And that's
Like,
Oh,
you
my
know,
that's
rather
a-
than big sprinkles with shit.
that's the
you know?
twofold meaning of crop
This
dusting.
damn devil, bro. You feel a little breeze hit you and shit like, man, what
That's
that
the-
little wet shit?
That's
Like,
the real
man.
crop dust right there.
man, that's salty, bro.
You
Oh,
just walking in
that's
like, man, it smells like
Shit.
this smells like this
No,
smells
what's
like
that smell? Hey, yo, what's that smell out here, man?
crop dusting.
All right, verse 27. It says, "And cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities."
Yeah, so unrighteousness leads to infirmities. All right, so Jake doing wickedness and evil, that's the cause of infirmities. In just an overall general blanket of just infirmities comes by way of the shit Esau is doing. What with his power, as the title says, Prince of the power of the air. All right, so Esau used something that the Heavenly Father created for good and just use it for straight evil and wicked purposes, man. Which affects everything, all organic living beings on planet Earth. But you can go ahead with your piece. Yeah, brothers, got anything else?
This is
Oh, you got some?
No.
We can wrap up after that.
This is Isaiah 65:17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Yeah, and that basically, look, man, this world that we're currently living in, when the kingdom of heaven come upon earth, none of this stuff is going to be happening in. We're not going to have to worry about planes flying over and dumping, unknown chemicals or having the food where we have to genetically modify it. We're not going to have where you put on some garment or something and the microplastics is leaking into your system. All of that stuff is going to be of the past. We're going to have the earth is going to be in paradise like it's supposed to be, in harmony. And we're going to see the fruits we don't see, the trees we don't see, the animals we don't see. That's what we, that refreshing, that refreshing coming to the earth, new heavens and the new earth, because this one is beyond gone, man. Beyond gone. It's crazy, because we understand, we know what's going on in the world, but to the average person that's outside the door right now, that's across the street next door, they don't have no clue of what's been happening to them.
And even the people that made that pamphlet or the geoengineering pamphlet, they know what's going on, but even with that, they don't know shit because they don't know that the chariots of Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna purify all this radiation that's gonna be in the sky after World War III, after the thermonuclear missiles go off. They don't know that when the chariots touch down, if a chariot flew through the chemtrails, it'll purify all that. Like, so the people that, as much as Esau knows, they really don't know shit. It's the prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai that really understand, the end all be all, But brother, got any final?
Yeah, just real quick. Let me hit this real quick. Just based off of what you just said, let me hit this. Matthew chapter 19, verse 26 says, it says, but Yahweh Shah beheld them and said, with men this is impossible, but with the Heavenly Father all things are possible. So with the Heavenly Father, even though the world is so greatly polluted and continues to be polluted as it is right now, with the Lord, it's possible for it to be made clean.
Matter of fact, somebody grab a 2 Peter's New Heavens and New Earth. We'll end off with that.
3?
2 Peter, 3rd chapter. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 2 Peter chapter 3, verse
Perfect scripture to end off with.
That's the one I really want.
Verse 13.
Big
You want me to
That's
get
the heavy
directly
metals,
to
bro.
it? You want me to get directly to it?
No, sorry, a little bit.
Okay.
Got one in the Old Testament.
It's 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat."
Hey, the elements, the metals is elements. You know what I'm saying? Everything. The whole infrastructure of America is built with different elements. You know what I'm saying? Even like we're saying, all the bullshit from the chemtrails that's in the skies. The naked eye, you can't see with the naked eye and spot, oh, that's barium, that's aluminum, like with the naked eye. But that shit's in the sky. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? When the thermonuclear missiles hit this place, that shit's gonna be burnt up too. That shit's gonna be. It's like that'll be like lighting a spider web on fire. That's gonna be out of there in no time. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to an iron building in Manhattan, it's gonna take more time for that to pretty much go up in flames. But new heavens and a new earth is what we looking for. Go ahead, bro.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the heavenly Father, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah. So the new this is an old heaven, is an old earth in regards to heaven, in regards to rulership. Esau being the rulership. This shit's old. It's played out, man. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed it. All right. Esau don't fucking took all the oil that lubricates the tectonic plates and all that. That's why it's like your joints cartilage rubbing together with no oil being in the earth. Yeah, bone grinding on bone. Because there ain't no lubrication in the earth, man.
Or
All right.
take the oil out your car.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
Drive.
Yeah,
man, when you blow a rod, that shit's going through the engine, through your vehicle. Sometimes it'll spit out under your vehicle, but sometimes that motherfucker's coming through that engine block, through your damn car.
Yeah, that shit might come through you. Shit.
Yeah.
That motherfuckers is chewing.
That's just to get to rub
like a bullet.
heating up, and eventually it start to mesh. And when they do that whole thing, the pistons start fucking slamming around in your engine, and next thing you know, that shit's gone.
Done.
Yeah, it's all because of the lubrication being not present.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hey, that's the old earth. Those are conditions in this current world. The conditions that we're gonna have in the kingdom of heaven is gonna be what the most what's it like in movies? You watch a movie like some Avatar stuff. When before the conquistadors got there, they was just like wow, everything is vibrant and living and alive, full of life. Like that's what the kingdom of heaven is gonna be like, but it's gonna far surpass that. So we hasten for this shit to go down the drain. This is a turd. This world is a turd that is defiant. That's taking forever to hit that last turn and be up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
In the turnpike.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he made a lot of turnpike. Oh, go ahead, bro.
It says, "Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless."
Yeah, so there's diligence that comes with hoping for these things, so that way when the Lord returns, Avaratazar will be found without spot and blameless.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Simply sticking to what the Lord put out for us to be occupied in and having faith in that, man. Okay, not any superfluity extra shit, you know, gimmicks, add-ons, and preservatives and shit. Fucking that hamburger and fries that Mike Adams had from 2014. You know, not even dissolved yet.
Not even molded.
Yeah, not even molded. That's because of all the preservatives. This truth don't need all that. You know? Yeah.
Rewrap it.
You know. But with that, that was it, bro.
That was it.
Okay.
Just real quick,
Yeah,
just because, what was the scripture that you read in the Apocrypha where it said watch?
27,
that was
4 and 26.
Do you remember how it's worded? Salakia. Because these brothers hitting those, it just start firing off. So.
He says 4 and 26. I think it was the other
27.
one. No, it was the 2 and 2 and
14.
2 and 2 and 8.
2 and 14.
2 and 14. 2 and 6.
It was 2 and 13.
13. Yep. It says it's the second verse 2 and 13. It says, "Go, and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch."
Yeah, that part. The kingdom is already prepared for you, and then new heavens, new earth, and what you have brought out as well. This is John 14 and 2. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, right? And part of that, yet it's many mansions is talking about it's going to expand, and there's going to be other planets that are available to the elect and whatnot. But it's also speaking on the kingdom of heaven. He's preparing that right now in another realm. We're just waiting to catch up to that realm. And then I had another real quick hit. This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until that day I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So, hey, there is a heavy judgment coming for Esau for what he's done, not only to the earth, but to the apple of Yahweh's eye. And the reason I brought that out too is that word wait. When you go into it just real quick on the online Edom, the first part of the verb is to watch with hostile intent, lie in wait for. Well, we're waiting on the kingdom in that way. That watch and that wait, they're synonymous. Being patient on the Lord to come destroy our enemies for what they're doing to us.
Oh, you got something, Pablo?
No. I was just looking at this map.
All right. So with that, we're gonna wrap it up. Lord willing, this was edifying. Once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash.
Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom.